At the global platform of Raisina Dialogue 2023, Micro Matters, a publication by Reliance Foundation and Observer Research Foundation on how data is driving social impact at the grassroots was launched. Micro Matters explores 8 interventions by organizations in India that are advancing the country's data for development agenda. It also identifies key replicable lessons from the design and execution of these initiatives.
The publication showcases the importance of and innovative ways of using microdata for impactful outcomes. How organizations in India are using data to drive development in the sectors of health, education, disaster preparedness, women empowerment, and agriculture. India generates vast amounts of data that can be harnessed to drive development initiatives. As India is recognized by many as representing the interests of the global South, both within and beyond the G20, there is no better time than now to integrate the data for development approach into the global development agenda.
Another insightful and noteworthy event took place on March 3rd at the Raisina Dialogue 2023 was the Startup Planet, Reclaiming Half the Sky.
The benefits of having more women leaders, more women founders of businesses is evidently clear. But what more can we do to help ensure that the startup community is more diverse and inclusive?
Very momentous discussions took place on topics like how can startup ecosystems be made more diverse and inclusive? How can government and corporations provide an impetus to women-led founders in starting and scaling their ventures? And globally, what examples exist of supportive infrastructure and policies to facilitate a gender-friendly startup ecosystem?
India is ranked third in terms of startups, and it's a very vibrant space, a space where it's much talked about. But if you look at women's participation in this, you'd find the disparity. You'd find the disparity because there are few existential challenges for women in these spaces.
From a UPS perspective, we recognize that if we want to grow resilient supply chains, we need to be helping lift up all SMBs to be engaging in global trade. But we thought in particular, if we focused on women, we focused on the most discriminated against, we'd lift all other boats with it. And so from that perspective, our company's focus has been on addressing the biggest challenges that women entrepreneurs face in terms of being a part of global supply chains.
We're in the stage of massive digital transformation that's happening in economy after economy, right? And startups power a lot of that.
Now there's a little bit of a glimpse of positive light. So what we saw was that the rate of growth of women founders is faster than men. And that's a global phenomenon, and it's been happening for a little while.
We are, the one who are designing these AI algorithms are white men, and they're 35 years old from California. That's the thing. So they are training these algorithms with this data. That's the reality. So the thing is that they are reproducing the bias, the gender bias, the cultural bias at this level. So you are training simple algorithms with this bias.
For India's unparalleled growth, women are the force to be reckoned with. This panel discussion provides an insightful analysis for policymakers and corporations to encourage women empowerment in startup ecosystems.